And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. A quick check now for starting lineups for both teams. So the Bucks win the tip. Here's Antetokounmpo. Mike Conley grabs the miss.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim. He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Now here's Robertson. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Antetokounmpo. Abdul-Jabbar. A beautiful reverse layup.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here is Conley. Back to Conley. Abdul-Rahim. And the shot is good.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Now here is Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Outside Conley. Gay left side. Lock at 6. Conley. Fires from the line. Again Memphis. And it's the Bucks ball. 4-point game. Pass to Allen. Sidney Moncrief on the wing. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Here's Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Robertson. And blocked. Conley with it. Now Gay. Sinks the triple.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100% can't do better than that.
Here's Antetokounmpo. To the paint. Abdul-Jabbar. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Now Conley. Pass to Gay. Gasol. Backing down. Gay outside. Shoots the 3. Cannot hit.
4 or 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
And here is Robertson. And Ray Allen with the 3.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Gasol backing down. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Bucks trail. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Robertson. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Abdul-Rahim. Now here's Gay. And again, Memphis no good.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Now here's Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Gay up top. Abdul-Rahim. Gay outside. Conley. 6 to shoot. On target from 13 feet. On offense here, the Bucks trailing by 2. Pass to Moncrief. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And so it's Memphis with it. Back to Gasol. Backs down. Conley. Second shot opportunity. And Gasol gets it to go.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Now here's Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot is off.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Here's Conley. Gay outside. Pass to Gasol. Back to Gay. Shot clock at 6. The 10-footer. Gay right side. Here's Antetokounmpo. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Now here's Conley. They set the pick. Pass to Gay. Gay right side. Rebound by Ray Allen.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Rob. Abdur Rahim. Poke loose. Unhindered, going all the way. Memphis trailing here. Here's Conley. Gay outside. Robertson with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Antetokounmpo. Now Robertson, clock at 6. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot's good from Robertson.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Outside Conley, and it's blocked. And here's Moncrief. Allen outside. There's the 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
They worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Now here's Conley. Gay left side. Gay left side. Conley. Conley with it. To halt the run. Ray Allen grabs the board.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the middle. Abdul-Jabbar. And that one's good. 6 points for him.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Here's Gay. Abdur Rahim. Good.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Robertson. Pass to Allen. And here's Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Outside Conley. Gay left side. Gay left side. Back to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. And that one's good. He has 7. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 8. Conley with it. They trail by 9 points. Back to Gasol. Backs him down. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Some guys will try to overpower you at the rim, but he likes to elude you and trick you. He's got quickness and a soft touch.
Ray Allen is on the wing. Robertson, 6 to shoot. On the left block. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Outside Conley. Rudy Gay on the way. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. Here's Robertson. 5 points in the game. Sidney Moncrief on the wing. Here's Antetokounmpo. Working on Gasol. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Allen. Oh, that's blocked. But he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Wells. Pass to Battier. From past the arc. That drops.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
And here is Red. 2 on the clock. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Bucks ahead. Stay with us as we get set to... And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think? Fires the 3. The shot will not go. They've led by as much as 10.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And yes, sir, that one drops. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Battier. Great touch on the 16-footer. He's got 5. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Now Robertson. Here's Dandridge. Here's Dandridge. Back to Robertson. Now here is Red. Dandridge. Good on the 3-point shot.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. Memphis trailing here. And here's Bibby. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Randolph. Shot clock at 6. And another basket for Memphis.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Now here's Robertson. He has 5. Dandridge. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Back to Bibby. Posey. And it's rejected. Robertson with it. Pass to Dandridge. Cummings. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Throws down the alley-oop slam. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now Bibby. Now Randolph. Working on Cummings. In close. And again, it's Zach Randolph. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Robertson. There's the pick. Blocked. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here.
And there's something else on his resume that can't be overlooked. Just how many times he's taken over at the end of close games and carried his team to the win.
And the first one drops. And the Grizzlies making a change here. And so he hits both. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Anthony. Pass to Battier. Posey. Soft touch off the glass.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Here's Pressey. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. He's all alone. Finishes the break with a slam. And here is Robertson. He's got 7. Pass to Pressey. Red with the ball. There's the pick. Another shot. He lays it in.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
Back to Randolph. Very pretty alley-oop layup. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Pressey. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And here is Red. Pass to Pressey. Now here is Red. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Battier with the steal. Moving it up. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The first one falls. The Bucks making a switch here. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Here's Robertson. Pass to Pressey. Back to Robertson. Working on Williams. Now Robertson. That's tipped. Williams' shot is off.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Here's Robertson. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Pass to Battier. Back to Anthony. Clock at 6. Now, here is Battier. He's got 7. That's good. He's got 5.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Robertson up top. Pass to Pressey. And again, Milwaukee with the triple. Here's Williams. Quiet so far offensively, switching for his first points of the game. They set the screen. Anthony with it. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Pass to Cummings. Working on Randolph. Tries from 16. And another basket for Milwaukee. Williams with the ball. And here's Randolph. He's guarded by Cummings. Anthony. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
Here's Robertson. And it falls over the rim and in. 11 points in the game.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Williams. Pass to Anthony. And here's Randolph. Outside Anthony. Here's Battier. Just 5 on the clock. Posey. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Here's Robertson. Pressey. Pass to Pierce. Now here's Robertson. Shoots from the elbow. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
And the D is having problems stopping the mid-range jumper. They're not really closing out on them as much as they should be.
Now Williams. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Randolph. Pass to Williams. Now Battier. And a miss there on the triple.
Nice little lead they're enjoying here, and they deserve it with all the work they put in on the glass.
Pierce with it. Pressey's shot is off. And here is Williams. And here's Randolph. Here's Battier. Gets a very good look and converts. He's got 9.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Pass to Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo. Back to Moncrief. 6 on the shot clock. That one rolling around and rims out.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Gay outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And the Bucks making a change here. Memphis trailing here. Now here's Conley. He's got 7. Outside Gasol. Shot misses. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Gasol. Conley with it. Abdur-Rahim. Outside Conley. Right side Conley. Rebounded by the Bucks. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Allen. Abdul-Jabbar. Now here's Moncrief. Mike Conley grabs the miss.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions yet.
From deep. That's good. He's got 10.
What are they thinking leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Gay outside. Outside Conley. Back to Gay. Pass to Conley. Feeds away. And the shot is good. Milwaukee in the lead. Now Moncrief. Here is McLaughlin. Here is McLaughlin. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Oscar Robertson has been sensational. Now here's Conley. Gasol backing down. Fades back. There's the bucket. Good. And so it's Milwaukee with it. They lead by 1. And here's Moncrief. Back to Allen. Here's Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. Allen in the post. That's good. 8 points for him. And so it's Memphis with it. Outside Conley. Gay. Back to Conley. Pass to Gasol. Gives him the lead pass. Abdur-Rahim can't cash in from close range.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
Now Allen. Got it. Good job in the low post.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the float.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Milwaukee on D. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Conley. Pass to Gasol. And it's stolen by Moncrief. Robertson with it. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Conley. Fires the 3. And another miss by Memphis. And here comes Moncrief. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Now here's Gay. They need this one, and it's laid in by Gay. He's got 8.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Pass to Moncrief. Down low. Abdul-Jabbar. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Rudy Gay on the wing. Gay right side. The 10-footer finds the target. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Now here's Robertson. 13 points in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo. He was all alone on that one. He's got 14. Memphis trailing here. Here's the screen. Pass to Gay. Now here's Gasol. Back to Gay. 5 on the clock. Gay right side. 13 feet away. Again Memphis.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Robertson with it. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Moncrief. And stolen by Gay. The shot no good. Here's Antetokounmpo. 14 points for him. Now Robertson. Back to Allen. Here's Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. Plenty of daylight on that shot. 7 points in the game.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Gay, that's good.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Now here's Robertson. 13 points in the game. Now Conley. Kicks it out to Gay. No good on the 3.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Allen right side. Pass to Robertson. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He's got 15.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Gay outside. Gay left side. Money from the wing.
This quarter has brought out the best in them, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And the Grizzlies making a change here. The inbound, uses both hands to slam it down. And here's Bibby. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Gay. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
Abdul-Jabbar. And he gets it to go. 12 points for him.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Now, here is Bibby. Here's Gay. No good with the elbow jumper.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Robertson. And with the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Memphis with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Back to Gasol. Backs in. Connects on the open J.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Robertson with it. He's got 15. Here's Dandridge. Back to Robertson. Shot clock at 6. Lets the three fly. Good. 18 points for him.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Here's Bibby. Pass to Gay. Back to Bibby. Rudy Gay on the wing. And the Grizzlies get it back. Now Gasol goes back up. And he gets the bucket.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 16 points for him. Red with the ball. Abdul-Jabbar. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. 14 points for him.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Abdul-Rahim. The rebound by the Bucks.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
And Robertson backs down. And here is Red. Abdul-Jabbar. Count that one.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Here's Bibby. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Gay. On the wing, and that one's good. He's got 20.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It's stolen. Wells uses the glass to finish the layup.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Here's Antetokounmpo. His three-pointers off the mark. Memphis trailing here. Rudy Gay on the wing. Gay right side. Back to Bibby. A three ball. And he gets it to go.
A wide-open three. They need much better communication defensively.
And the Bucks with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Now here is Red. Pass to Dandridge. Now Red takes a three. No luck.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Swiped away. And here they come. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor. Here's Bibby. Rudy Gay on the wing. And that one goes long.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Bucks on top. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And the final period of play just about to start. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Pressley. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Pressley. Here's Pressley. 6 to shoot. McLaughlin. Good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Now here's Anthony. That's good. And the Bucks with possession here. They're leading by 8. Here's Preston. Pass to Pierce. Right side Pierce. McLaughlin bangs home the trifecta.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
There's a screen. Anthony's shot is off. On offense here, the Bucks. Pass to Pressey. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. McLaughlin. Here's Pressey. Here's the floater. And that's 2 points on the layup.
You know, the teardrop sometimes is one of those, oh no, oh yeah, shots.
Now Anthony. Back to Randolph. Right side Randolph. Misses the layup. Here is McLaughlin. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And here is Anthony. Shot to stop the run. And good on the basket. Book it. And the Bucks with possession here. A 12-point game. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Here is McLaughlin. 4 on the shot clock. A nice shot by McLaughlin.
Great adjustment to avoid the D. That's hard to stop.
Now Anthony. Pass to Battier. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Pressey. Now Pierce. They set the pick. Pass to Pressey. 6 on the shot clock. Grizzlies with the rebound. And here is Anthony. All sorts of time. And Pierce pulls it down. Here's Pressey. Pass to McLaughlin. From downtown. They grab their own miss. It's stolen by Anthony. And here's Randolph. From 13. That went off the back iron and out. Here's Pressey. And that one's good.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
Now here's Anthony. Abdul-Rahim. Nice shot from 10 feet out. And so it's Milwaukee now, leading by 12. Here's Pressey. Pass to McLaughlin. 5 to shoot. Left side Pierce. Off the pick. Jump shot is good that time. Here comes Anthony. They set the pick. Into Zach Randolph. Here's Anthony. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the layup's good off the glass.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Conley with it. Gay outside. Shot is off. Now Allen. Pass to Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo. Now here's Robertson. Backs him down. And here's Moncrief. Here's Allen. The baseline J. And that one's good. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Moncrief. That's good.
And something else he does is he's great off the dribble. He can take it to the rack or pull up. So as a defender, you don't know how to play it.
And here is Conley. Here's Gay from the arc. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Here's Robertson. Pass to Moncrief. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. A challenging stretch here for Memphis. Outside Conley. Floats one up, but they recover it. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
Here's Moncrief. Pass to Robertson. Back to Moncrief. Now here's Allen. Pocket 6. Here's Robertson. Now here's Gay. Robertson with the steal. Fast break, here they come. Now here's Moncrief. Here's Conley. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Well, you got to put a body on your man when the shot goes up. That's just fundamental basketball. They're giving up way too many offensive rebounds.
With the steal. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen thus far, I wouldn't hold my breath.
That's going to be tough. Gay with it. Hits the jump hook. 25 points in the game.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. to Allen. Now here's Robertson. Knocked away. Stolen by Michael Conley. Abdur-Rahim. Abdur-Rahim. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more. Here's Antetokounmpo. Sidney Moncrief on the wing. Pass to Robertson. Allen sinks the three-pointer.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
There's the screen. Now here's Gay. Now Gay. The layup missed. And here's Moncrief. Inside, Abdul-Jabbar. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Now Conley. Gay outside. Gay right side. And he gets it to go.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
Now here's Moncrief. Fades. Blocked. Outside for Gasol. Backing in. Outside Gasol. And another basket for Memphis. Moncrief El Cid with it. And so it's the bottom.